Welcome to round 4 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of June 17th. I'm Catherine Oleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hello.
As moms of teens and young adults, we've survived those little kid days, yet we're still rethinking the decisions we made all through our kids' lives and worrying about what's going on right now. Today's Thursday, which means it's time to give into our obsessing about parenting details big and small. And today's session is graduation parties.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to 2 already this season, and I have at least 1 more to go. And
Wow.
I am definitely thinking about next year when it will be possibly our turn.
Start planning.
But Nicole is not having a party for her kids, so I guess she just doesn't really care that much.
No, obviously doesn't love her.
Doesn't make that mom guilt just worse than it already is.
But it's not that you're not doing anything. You've just foolishly chosen to do the thing your kid wants to do.
Well,
instead of a party.
The one that she wanted to do back in February.
Yes.
Not like last week. So no, we opted to go with to put some money towards, have her family members to put some money towards a trip this year as her, kind of graduation celebration. But as we have been making the graduation party rounds, it's becoming quite evident that my daughter is, kind of like, maybe I should have had one. And I'm feeling quite guilty about that because the lavishness of these parties and the build-up and the celebration. I mean, of course, no wonder she would want one. I would want one.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and so that's kind of my, it's all about the graduation parties right now. And I'm just so... I don't know if it's because it's California, but let me tell you, I got a pen. These kids are getting more than a pen.
Well, when I was graduating high school, I think we may have had a little party in my backyard, and I got a pen, and I got a little gold turtle with a crystal ball on its back, and I got, maybe some jewelry and stuff, but it was all small stuff. And that was, I think, typical. So it may just be something that's grown with, like Sweet 16 parties and all the different, the prom can't just be you go to a dance in your boyfriend's car, but it has to be a limo and, expensive dress and all this stuff. Everything seems to have inflated over the years everywhere.
Oh, incredibly.
Yeah.
I mean, did you, Catherine, on your party circuit this year, did you see the little candy bar? It's like all these little jars of different candies, and they're like, for example, those little hard candies called Smarties, and then it has a little description to go along with it,
Like, because you're so
such
smart.
a smart student.
Jeez.
No.
What are these people going to do for their weddings if they're busting out all of this stuff at graduation parties?
I'm just feeling so...
The one that I went to did have a chocolate fountain at the request of the graduate, but the mom actually borrowed it from the post-prom party. So this was smart. She volunteered at the post-prom party, and her daughter had already said, for my graduation party, I really want a chocolate fountain. And the mom was like, you're not getting a chocolate fountain. That's just crazy. And so then the mom goes and volunteers at the post-prom party, and there's a chocolate fountain. So I guess the school owns it, or whoever owned it. She said, well, could I borrow that? And they said, sure. So then she got a chocolate fountain for the party. And it was a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess? I'll bet.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's the worst.
It was like flowing too fast. So the chocolate was...
What is it that you do with the chocolate fountain exactly? You stick things into it?
Yeah, you have
It just seems like a hygiene nightmare.
No, you have strawberries and marshmallows and little cut up Rice Krispie treats and things, and you have sticks or skewers, and you poke it in there.
But does the chocolate recycle through the fountain?
It might.
Is this and do we check that there's not double dippers? And it just seems like, no thank you. I like chocolate just fine, but...
It's pretty
Yeah, this one seems to be
a lot of trouble.
Chocolate around in a difficult way. But yeah, I mean, most of the ones I've been to, it has been in the backyard, or I've been to one like in a park or something. But you know, I think the decor gets elaborate because it's like big photo boards of, you know, their whole life story.
And all their
awards and trophies and things. And in fact, my daughter was just cleaning her room, and she's like, what am I supposed to do with all these trophies that she has from skating? And I'm like, well, we got to save them for one more year. And then we can probably get rid of them if you want, or we can, you know, so we're going to just store them for a year.
Yeah, trophy room.
Yeah. But the thing that kind of gets to me about graduation parties is like, you know, for your family, it, you know, that's the only grad and it's something to celebrate. But like, if every single kid in the class has a party, like, that's like 400 parties. Oh. That's just like, it's
crazy.
It's overwhelming.
Yes.
We did have some friends a couple years ago that they had 3 in their neighborhood, like in their sort of cul-de-sac, that were all graduating. So they had a joint party, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. My son and his girlfriend had a joint party because we figured we were going to invite all the same people.
Yeah.
So maybe we could just save a little money and go in on it together. Yeah. So that was nice. But for my daughter, we did the same kind of party for both, but for my daughter, it was just for her. It was at a reception hall and, or a catering hall, I guess it would be called. It never had occurred to me, but somebody at some point, I think it was my sister-in-law, when my daughter was getting close to graduation, said, so are you going to give her a graduation party? And I was like, what? I don't know. It never even occurred to me that one would do such a thing. And then it seemed like it was. So, you know, we sort of sheepishly went to the catering hall and said, well, I guess we're having a party. How much is it? And it seemed like kind of overkill. But it was nice in that I did go back and invite some of her teachers and speech therapists who had sort of been special to her over the years, her tutor. And so that was kind of cool that she got to see those people and that they got to celebrate how she was doing. And, you know, and various friends and some family members came from somewhat of a distance. And so, it was nice, and I'm glad we did it. But I still, in both cases, feel like, was that really necessary? I'm not sure that was really necessary.
Well, and it's also like the timing of it. I mean, there's so much other stuff that happens around graduation. Like this one that we had gone to this weekend, you know, family members had come in from out of town for the ceremony. And the graduate actually had a soccer game, like a playoff soccer game that week. And if they had won, then they would have had to play the game the day of the party. And
oh my gosh.
The mom was just like run ragged because she's like house guests and all these events. And then she had to have this party, but she had to have the party then because that's when everybody was in town. And, you know, it's
right.
A lot.
It's a lot.
It is. Yep. So, well, you know, I kind of mediated the situation by letting her know that she could have a going away party if she wanted one. So
but a modest going away party. I'm thinking you're not getting the chocolate fountain for the going away party.
And we're not getting anything catered, and we're just going to have a low key going away party, and nice. That will resolve my mom guilt.
Well, good. I don't think there is any mom guilt due to you, but I get how that happens, though, you know, that you see everybody else getting something. And, you know, in the future when she's on her trip and other people aren't on trips, she'll feel real good about it. But before that, you have to make it through the period where everybody else is getting their thing first.
Well, it's just there's so many trade-offs, you know, and, you know.
There really
are.
Welcome to life, kid.
Here's a taste.
You do like a game show, you know.
Right.
Do you want door number 1 is the trip. Door number 2 is the party. Door number 3, you work at McDonald's all summer.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome
but you
to
just,
life.
You know, like you say, Nicole, you feel bad. You know, you can't make it work. You can't make it so they don't have to have that trade-off. Like, it's, first of all, it's a life lesson.
Right.
And
a good one.
Second, it's just it's a financial, you know, you can't do everything.
And make sure that when she's on her trip, she's posting lots of stuff on Instagram and going, ha ha, to all the kids whose parties are long over and almost forgotten.
Exactly. That's what I keep telling you. You're going to get some amazing Instagram photos out of this.
In that spirit of recrimination, let me say that's it for today's Round 4. Tune in tomorrow when we'll share our roundabout roundup of things we've been using or enjoying lately that we think deserve a shout out. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And speaking of shout-outs, I want to give a special shout-out to anybody who has recently subscribed to us on Overcast. I use that app too. I love it. If you have recently subscribed, thank you so much. We're very happy to have you listening in. And if you know somebody else who might enjoy our podcast, spread the word. Give us a little star on Overcast there too. Thank you.